Well, good evening, friends. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another live CGC unboxing. And today we're also going to talk a little bit more about that Deadpool trailer. What could this mean for the MCU? What do you want this Deadpool movie to be? We're going to talk a bit about that later on today. I have one CGC, well, actually one main major box and a smaller box. We'll talk a bit about that later. Guys, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. In case you haven't guessed, I am an authorized CGC dealer. I'm also a presser located way up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Yes, a presser. What does a presser do? My gosh, well, the presser actually presses comic books. I make books look a lot better before we send them off to CGC to be graded. And today, these unboxings, what they are? Well, they are a virtual show and tell of your comic books. They're usually not my comic books, they're your comic books, the comic books belonging to many of my amazing clients. So if you dig CGC comics, graded books, this is the place for you because I showcase them every single week. I sure hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel, liking the content, and by subscribing, you can also join us over in the chat room. There's a whole bunch of guys over there right now. We're going to talk about comics and all that kind of fun stuff. So if you want to join in the conversation, hit that subscribe button. All right, guys, let's get started. Like I said, CGC made a boo-boo today. They sent me a small box of like 5 books, which they're not supposed to do, but they did. They make mistakes from time to time. Can you believe they make mistakes from time to time? It's hard to believe, but CGC does make mistakes from time to time, and this box of 5 is a mistake. They're supposed to be sent in boxes in shipments of 25, and the other box I have right beside it is a big box filled with goodies. Let me go to my overhead cam, which is right there. We start off. I know you guys, I love to start us off with, let me fix that. There we go. I love to start us off with 9/8s, and here we got a great one. We got a 9/8 Secret Wars number 8, and this is the direct edition right there with the custom label. Nothing wrong with that. We also have, guys, I have to really remember to check these slabs for cracks. We also have a really nice copy of Daredevil number 158 for Frank Miller work on Daredevil. And it's an 8.5 right there. We also have a Marvel Team Up 141. Oh, geez. Book looks squashed in that friggin' inner well. I can't stand that inner well. I wish they would just do away with it. But anyways, a 9.2 nonetheless right there. Again with the custom label. And we have the three main first appearances of the black suit. We have the Secret Wars number 8. We have the Marvel Team Up 141. Also a direct copy. And add on top of that, we have a newsstand copy, also with the custom label of ASM 252, 9.6, newsstand copy. Of course, the Canadian price variant trumps this one for value, but the newsstand comes pretty close. We also have a 7/0 copy. What the heck is this? A 7/0 copy of ASM 194. It's a newsstand copy. And what's cool, we have again that awesome black cat label in a 7.0. 5 books. I would imagine they do belong to one client. Again, I have no clue as to why CGC chose to send this box all on its lonesome, but they did. I tell you, if CGC did this frequently, I'd be out of business because these shipments, I have my own FedEx account. These books are shipped under my own FedEx account, and I can tell you straight up, it's not cheap. So, I talked to CGC years ago, regarding this. I said, I cannot receive books 5 here, 2 here, 1. No, it has to be big orders of 25. They don't usually do this, but every once in a while they screw up. They say they don't have a new shipping manager, but I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, so anyways, there you go, guys. Some sweet little modern books there, all with custom labels, which I do like quite a bit. There is rumor floating around that a new Astro Lucky CGC makes mistakes. Really, eh? There are rumors floating around that we are going to be getting some new custom labels soon. We'll see. They were asking people what they wanted to see. I really want to see more Lady Thor labels because, that label is so versatile and can be used on, 2 comic books? Smart label. Lady Thor. Okay, let's see. Now we're into the big box. The Big Kahuna. We'll start us off with the thumbnail. It's a really cool book. Hopefully there's no cracks on it. Nice copy. Captain Britain, number 13 for the United Kingdom. Was really hoping for a 9.8 on this. But we came close. We got to check this out, guys. A really great book. And you know, I got another one of these submitted the other day. This is the first copy I got. I have a second copy of this just recently submitted from another client. So what's going on with this? This is an important book. Let me see. Is it an important book? First appearance or something? No, I don't think so. Anyways, there we go. 9.6 copy. White pager. Captain Britain number 13. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to take this one off right away because it doesn't fit with the other comics that are coming. We'll go to the chat room in just a second. And we have about 25 books here. And then we'll go to our discussion of the day. Deadpool, the trailer. What did you think? I gave you my 2 cents worth the night it was released. But what do you want this trailer? What do you want this movie to do? I know what I would like this movie to do. We can wish. We can hope for the best. But will it happen? We'll see. In a few months. Okay, next we have a Spawn number 9, Image Comics. First appearance of Angela, I believe, right here in a 9.6. We also have a copy of Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, signed by Stan Lee. Was this a read? This I didn't think I did a reholder. I guess this must be a reholder, but it's a 9.8 right there. Pretty sweet. I would imagine it's a guys. I can't even remember what I'm doing anymore because I got so many books coming through here. Guys, it is getting busy at the shop. So if you've got an order you want to get in, I wouldn't wait too long. I'll be, as you saw from my opening thumbnail, I'm going to be at the Toronto Comic Book Show this Sunday from 10 till 4, and I have a show special. Submit 10 books. The 11th book is free. For pressing. So you want to come in and see me on Sunday if you're in the Toronto area, that would be fantastic. Here we've got an Amazing Spider-Man number 1, signed by Neil Adams and Stan Lee. I guess this is also a reslab. I just don't remember these books. I don't remember setting these in. The last time that happened, CGC had sent me someone else's books. Oh, are these all? Oh, we got a lot. Okay. Leslie's books are in, I think. These are, we've got some green, you got any Green Lantern fans out there? Sit back, relax. Here we go. We got some Green Lantern goodness here. I don't know if they're all back yet, but we got a Green Lantern number 7, origin of first appearance of Sinestro, and a 4.5. Not a bad grade at all. Leslie's looking for a full run of Green Lantern, and he's almost there. Last week, I had a reslab of Green Lantern number 1. That was his. We got a Green Lantern 59. Been seeing this a lot more recently. Lately, the first appearance of Guy Gardner, obviously. He's apparently in the new Superman Legacy movie. A lot of speculation around that. We also have Star Wars number 71 and a 9.6. Right there. Another Secret Wars number 8 and a 9.4. This one is a newsstand copy. We'll do one more. We'll go to the chat room. Okay, we have another. Oh, bum, ba-dum, bum. Oh, I can show you here. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. We got another crack. We got a crack on this baby. Where is it? Right? Can you see it? Yeah, right there. Crack slab. So we got a Secret Wars number 8, 9.4. Another one. This one's got a crack chip bottom, which really sucks. Luckily, I'm sending another shipment out this week, so this baby will head out with those. I'll put this off to the side. What I'm going to start doing with mechanical errors, I'm going to try to have them sent directly back to the owners. I don't have enough gumption and brain power to keep track of all these mechanical errors. I've got a stack right behind me, right there. You can't probably see it very clearly. I got about 10 slabs there. They're all mechanical errors that belong to various clients, and I have all the paperwork kicking around, but I'm tired of it. I'm going to have them sent directly back. They're sending them back to me for free, and they'll send them back to my clients for free. That's exactly what I'm going to start doing because I don't want to deal with them anymore. All right. You know what? Let me pack these babies up. I'll go to the chat room. Let me go back here. Chat room. There it is. Boom, boom. Who do we have? We have a whole bunch. Lord Toth is here. I couldn't believe it. Eric Williams in the house. How you doing? Thank you for the liking the thumbnail. Dave House, hail another exciting day of unboxing for sure. A Ranger for Collectors is here. Your books are coming soon. Astro Lucky is here. How you doing? Evening, everyone. Hi, Rob. Brian's here. Anthony is here. Astro Lucky is, like I said, here. Deadpool 3 trailer. We're going to talk about that in a second. Deadpool more like Pool Dead. We'll talk about that. Good evening, Roger. Good to see you. Marco Cleto's in the house. CJ, we made fun of that already. Dice Station Zebra. Good evening. Good evening to you, sir. John Sherwood's here. How you doing, Johnny? Anthony Wheeler says, I want the Ghost Rider label back. Yeah, you know, there are some labels that they really should bring back. I don't know why they should always have an Avengers label. They should always have a Spider-Man label, a Wolverine label, obviously. There's certain ones they should have all the time, or at least variations of them. Why you would go, look, I do like the Black Cat label. It looks fantastic on your Black Cat books. But and there's lots of I guess there are lots of Black Cat books you can use them on. But I mean, honestly, like Lady Thor, seriously? Or Miss Marvel? Come on now. Who wants these? Daniel, I answered your question. I will be there. I will be at the Toronto Comic Book Show this Sunday. Napur and I from 10 till 4. So come on down. Come one, come all. Bring over your comics. Again, the show special is you submit 10, you get 11 free for pressing. $30 value. It's of course the exclusive Press and Clean tier 1, I believe. And Anthony says DC labels. I do agree. I think they'll be on their way at some point. Dave House, hit like to help the doc out. Thanks, Dave. I certainly appreciate it. 40 people in the room. Only 16 likes. Guys, what am I doing wrong? I'm wearing my Punisher shirt. You can't see it and everything. Let's go. Hit that like button. Do you like my shirt? Hit that like button. Astro Lucky says, so Doc, will you be... Okay, so I'm getting asked that question a lot. Yes, I will be there. The only Toronto Comic Book Show you will usually not see me at, I used to go, is the Boxing Day one. I didn't go this year. It's really hard for me to get out on Boxing Day. So the other 3 shows, though, whether it's the June show, October, which is September this year, September show, June show, and the February show, I'm there with bells on. So I'll see you this Sunday, my friends. And before anybody asks, I am not bringing books to be brought back to the Toronto Comic Book Show. I used to bring books back to the Toronto Comic Book Show when about 3 or 4 before COVID. What would happen is I'd have to lug in, 10 CGC boxes full of books, 250 books, and I did it for a few different sessions. But the problem with that was, I couldn't leave the table because I couldn't leave your books. And it was very busy. Always chances of something going awry, like something getting stolen or something getting broken. And I just don't do that anymore. So if you want to pick up your books, you're more than welcome to make an appointment and come and see me on Saturday mornings at the shop in Oshawa. If you're long distance, you all know this. I'll mail the books back to you. It takes me a little time to get them mailed out, but I do mail them. I promise. I don't want your books. I'm going to send your books back to you. I've got a couple back here I got to send back sometime this week. I do recommend, though, if you are in the GTA, the Greater Toronto area, that you do come to the shop and pick it up. I know a lot of guys, I came from Brampton or I came from, Hamilton. Yeah, it's a bit of a hike, but it's not, I got guys driving in from Montreal and Kingston and Peterborough, guys from Lindsay, far away coming in. So I'll mail books anywhere. I don't care. All I'm saying is as soon as I put those comics in a box and ship them, there's always that chance of them getting damaged. So, if you're in Alberta, there's nothing we can do about it. Or Montreal, we're going to send them back to you. But if you're local, it's an hour and a half drive, probably well worth the time to make sure the books are not damaged, because then it could take a lot more time to get them back. Mike says, where are the DC labels exactly? Jive Turkey says, forget Deadpool, give me more Planet of the Apes. That wasn't too bad either. Eric Williams says, the trailer was okay. I want the movie to take the MCU in an entirely different path, bring the X-Men in some way, and stop with all the Kang crapola. Well, I think we're going there, and we'll talk about that really, really soon. All right, let's keep going here, guys. I think you people want to... And I'm going to play the trailer without sound, and we can talk about it a little bit more in depth. All right, next we have some more modern books. We got some Captain America books here. And I think these belong to... I think they belong to... oh, look at that. Oh, finally! Finally, these came back. Mike, your books are back. We got Captain America Reborn number 2, Caseta variant cover in a 9.8. Let me go back to the overhead cam. Right there. Okay, now Mike's been waiting for these for a super duper long time. Hope there's no cracks in them. We have got Action Comics number 1. And this is the New Zealand Mint replica image of the 1938 Action Comics number 7 cover in 0.999, 35 grams of 0.999 fine silver. Excuse me, my goodness. Although I don't understand why it's only a 9.8. To me, this book should be a 9.9 or a 10. The thing is perfect. It's just the cover. Like, how much closer to a 10 can you get? Anyways, Action Comics right here. We've got the first one. Right there. And then the other one is Detective Comics. Number 27. Of course, first appearance of Batman. And thank goodness it's not cracked either. Right there. Beautiful. Now, these took a little while to come back. These took quite a while to come back because they're not just, they didn't just go through CGC. They went through, I think, NGC, their coin division, coin note. So, although CGC, they did charge me more. No, they didn't charge me more. It's the same price. It was still through CGC, but they had to go through NGC because it's a coin note, apparently. Anyways, really cool looking cover. It's a great addition to your collection, actually. Pretty cool looking covers for sure. We also have, let me go back to the image right there for you. There it is. We also have a Wolverine number 1 in a 9.4. And we've got a Spider-Man 299 and a newsstand edition in a 9.6. Amazing Spider-Man Canadian price variant in an 8.5, number 252. And an Amazing Spider-Man 300, just a direct copy in an 8.5 as well. All right, my stack is high. I now got to pack these babies back up again. I got to make sure I don't lose these invoices. Put them over there. All right, let's go back to the chat room, see what you guys are saying. Let's go back. Boom, boom, boom. Marco says, where did I see Marco? I'm not a custom labeler, but I noticed CGC now offers free comic book day label. Okay, I guess that's good for the books we get at free comic book day, I suppose. Hello, James. How are you? Roger says, got my Wolverine 88 back Saturday. Got a 9.8. Thanks, Kevin. Oh, wicked. That's a good one to have it in a 9.8, right? I'm glad, Roger. Maybe CGC should turn all those scam reholder books into the... that's a good idea. Turn lemons into lemonade, right? That's a good idea. Scam variant, you know? Marco says, since Deadpool is the only MCU film this year, I'd be happy so long as the movie's good. Anything more is gravy. Yes, I agree. Sam says, if they do DC labels, I would really like to submit my Green Lantern collection. Oh, I think if they put a DC labels out, there's gonna be a whole bunch of reslabbing going on, which I think is kind of crazy. I don't think I would send books back to get reslabbed once they're slabbed. That's me, though. Hello, Canadian Survivalists. Good to see you. And Lord Thoth is homesick. That's why you're here on a Tuesday. I get it. That makes perfect sense, because you're never here on Tuesdays. Do appreciate you, Lord Thoth, when you are here and help out. I don't say thank you enough when you do show up and provide, links and all those fun, wonderful things. Anybody else out here today? Let's see. Okay, Vinny Whitlock. Hello, how you doing, Vinny? Good to see you. All right, let's keep going here. We got about another 10 books, guys. We're getting here just now. We finished a box of 5 moderns, and now we're into a box of around 25. We're got about 10 or 12 more to go. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. We got a Spider-Man. A Star Wars, not Spider-Man. A Star Wars number 5 and a 9.4. I'll put that on the screen right now. We also have another, we got some Star Wars books here, guys. Guys, we got a Star Wars number 4 and an 8.0. Classic X-Men number 1. I remember this book. Reprints the giant size X-Men, if I remember correctly. Does it not? In a 9.2. We have... Oh, we're hoping for a 9.8 on this one. Captain America 257, newsstand edition, came back a 9.6. Was hoping for a 9.8. This one had a shot at a 9.8. It's pretty sure it did. We have Star Wars number 1 in an 8.5. A little zip here. Predator number 1. Like, even this, like, I don't understand it. Okay, anyways. 9.8. That's all you want. 9.8. We got an 8.5 Captain America 217. Some of these are Edison's books, I think. Yep. Come on. Then we have House of Mystery 290 from 1981 and a 9.2. And we have a 9.8 Wolverine number 1. Pre-screen. Now, these pre-screens, this one here, and the Predator you just saw, they were rejected once before. Edison wanted me to give it another shot, so I pressed them again, sent them back. 2 out of 3 came back 9.8. So, anyhow, I'll put that, well, here it is right here. And there you go. I have to say, though, I'll tell you, a lot of what I've seen today, and I really can't share it with you because it's hard to show you, but from what I'm seeing, a lot of these modern books, I'm not liking how the slabs are sitting inside how the comics are sitting inside the slabs. I really think CGC needs to relook and re-examine how these books are fitting in here. Like some are okay, but some are just they look like they're crushed in there. We go through all this effort to make the books look good. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they grade the book first and then they put the book inside the slab. So I don't think the book is losing grades per se because it's graded first. But I think once they take the finished book and put it inside the inner well, and it's not every single book, but a good number of books are coming back, in my opinion, looking crushed. And the word crush is not right. They're not crushed. They look like they're being, how can I explain it? I'm not even trying to explain it, guys. I just don't like it. I don't like the way it looks like they're if I send a book out that's flat as a pancake or looking really nice and crisp, and then it comes back looking like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not, the word crushed is not appropriate. It looks almost unpressed along the spine. Maybe that's a way of saying it. And that's really aggravating because, I spend time, we spend time on these books, and then you guys pay for these books. And when they come back, you want them to look fabulous. But then when they don't look, it doesn't look right. I don't like that. That bothers me. Now, I don't know if they're going to do anything about these slabs because of the whole scandal nonsense thing. Maybe they will. Perhaps they'll look. I really wish they would go back to just a simple 2 Mylar, sandwich them in between 2 Mylars, and seal them around the edges and throw them in. I know it's simplistic, but I think it's the best way to do it. I really, really, really don't like these inner wells. It's like a one-size-fits-all, and I just don't like it. They sometimes still do the 2 Mylars. I guess if the book doesn't fit inside of their standard-sized inner wells, I just don't like the inner wells. I just don't like them. And I think PGX still I don't send to PGX, but I think PGX still uses just 2 Mylars. There's no inner well. I mean, to create this inner well, they had to spend a lot of money to design it and to have the molds made and whatever. So I appreciate them doing that, but I just think I'm looking at this Predator number 1, for example, and it's not terrible, but And it's a 9.8 for crying out loud. Well, here, look, check it out what I mean. Okay, look. Can you see what I mean? You see what I mean right along the spine there? You see that? What the hell? It's a 9.8, right? And does it look like a 9.8 anymore? I don't know if it does or not. And I don't think it's not damage, like physical damage to the book, which we saw in that ASM 361 I sent back a few weeks ago. But all of a sudden, you see the spine, and it just looks like shit. You know, I don't know. And you can't. What are you going to do about it? You can't send it back. Oh, booklet. What are you going to do? They're going to say that's the way it's supposed to be. Anyways, yeah, like that's really like this. Star Wars looks all right, not 100%, but better. Some of them look worse than others, and not all. Like that Wolverine #1 looks fantastic. Most look okay. Well, this one looks pretty good, but I mean, I don't know. It's just disheartening that. Now, is it how the person puts the book in the inner well? I don't know. Again, I can't speak to it. I can't speak to how the books are encapsulated. I can't speak to the processes involved because they wouldn't show me. They wouldn't let me even set one foot in there, which is still a bone of contention for me. Because sometimes, I use this analogy often when I talk to people about doing things right versus doing things wrong. There are steps to be had, right? Even when we're pressing comics, there are steps we take. You know what I mean? So everybody understands that. I mean, are there steps involved with slabbing these books that could ensure that does not happen? I can't speak to it again because I have no freaking clue. You know, the analogy I talk about, one time when I was, I used to do a lot of home renovations. One time I was doing some wallpapering. And if you guys do wallpapering, you probably know what I'm talking about here. And we just moved into this house, and the walls had primer on the house. Just regular builder's beige primer. And we wanted to put a bit of wallpaper along the stair area, underneath the stairs. So we go buy this really expensive wallpaper, and I'm usually pretty good about following steps, but I skipped a step. And I slapped the wallpaper up on the wall and did it all, finished it all, got all lined up, walked away, came back 40 minutes later. Guess what happened to you guys probably know already. Some of you probably already experienced this. I walk away, I come back, all the wallpaper's on the ground, and the drywall was all destroyed, melted, basically, from the water and the glue from the wallpaper. So I'm like, oh, shit. So had I simply sized the wall, had I sealed the wall, used either a good quality primer to seal it, or there's a special paint you can use prior to wallpapering, which I did not. I just threw it on the very porous drywall with a very cheap primer that the builder put on. Wasn't enough. So as soon as that water hit that drywall, all the drywall just melted, basically. I had to take all the drywall out and replace it. So, what should have been a 2 or 3 hour job ended up being a 2-day job, right? I had to prime it. So I had to put the drywall back up. I had to mud it, had to sand it, had to prime it, had to paint it. And then I had to go buy more wallpaper and start all over again. See what I mean? So, skipping steps doesn't really work. And why am I saying this? Are they skipping steps over there? That's what I'm trying to say. Are people handling these books incorrectly? And is that why half the books look good and half the books look kind of crinkled? Someone said in here, stressed. Let me bring it back up here because you guys are kind of finishing my sentences for me, and I appreciate that. Hey, Vinny, we're stressed. I've noticed some look wavy in the slab. Yeah, that I've seen for a very long time. Wavy at the top. Some really bad. Some not so bad. I've noticed some look crimpled. I guess the word crimpled is right. It looks crimpled. Is there a way to avoid your comics looking crimped or crumpled in the inner sleeve? Is somebody doing this work haphazardly? It kind of reminds me, going back a few months, to the infamous cracks that we were getting, along the micro cracks we were getting. I'm going to tell you right now, at first I thought, oh wow, it must be from the shipping. Wasn't from the After a while, I started realizing, wait a second, it's the exact same cracks in the exact same places, the same size. So it can't just be from the shipping, and it wasn't from the shipping. It was from, and I saw a picture of them how they seal these, and they put the slabs in a machine and they actually clamp it down. So they put pressure on this plastic slab. What was happening? Some jackass was in there doing it, and he was putting too much pressure on it, and he was causing micro cracks. That's simple as that. So they hired some bozo, didn't train him properly, didn't supervise him, and let him go to town, and he probably encapsulated thousands of comics with all these stupid micro cracks. And the first customers that got them were pissed off, and I sent them back, and they replaced them. But now CGC has deemed that micro cracks are acceptable. So, are having wavy books acceptable? Are having crinkled spines acceptable? It seems like it must be. And that's all I'm saying. Anyways, Brian Bowe, maybe it's a ploy to get you to resubmit the 9/8 and pay the... maybe. I don't want to find that out. I don't want to resubmit books like that. It's crazy. Enough about CGC. I've had enough. Anyways, all we can look. It's a company. Are they doing their best? I don't know. I would think they are. I hope they are. I'm just a middleman. That's all I am. I really just wish I could speak to it. I would like to spend one day there, encapsulate a couple of books myself to see how the process is done. But they don't give a shit. They don't care. I want to be able to tell you how it's done so we could talk about it, but I can't even speak to it. So it's really irritating. Anyways, we're not talking about that anymore. I've had enough of it. All we can do is all we can do. You know what I mean? Deadpool. So Deadpool's trailer dropped off the Super Bowl on Sunday. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's very excited. Everyone's really, really hungry, my friends, for a win, right? Everybody is very, very hungry for a win. And what do I mean by that? I mean that people are fed up with a lot of the Disney Plus stuff, and a lot of the MCU offerings we got in the last several months quite a drop in quality from what we were getting just 2 years prior. Bob Iger himself, he was interviewed and he said that we were focusing more on quantity over quality, and now we're going to stop doing that. He said that. That was the same seminar where Elon Musk basically told him to go himself. If you saw that or not. He was referring to Disney and telling Disney to go F themselves, right? If you saw that or not. That was the same symposium that Bob Iger was at. And by the way, Bob Iger is the big cheese over at Disney, right? Who came back out of retirement because Disney started going like this. Anyways, he did say we focused on quantity and not quality. We're going to get back to form. Hence, this year we're only getting one MCU offering. That is Deadpool. So let's have a quick look at it. We could talk because I don't have. And by the way, I have the chat up as well. If you guys want to shoot me some comments as we watch this, and again without sound, because if I put sound on it, it's going to get demonetized, or they might actually take my video down. I don't want that to happen. So let's see what happens here. I'll hit play. The play button's right there. I could probably put play in the background. Let's see. I'll try. It's on very low. So again, we saw a birthday party. Everyone's back from the other movie. We got all the the different characters are back. The ones from X-Force are back. They all died. He brought them all back. Right? Kind of fun. He's wearing that tacky looking wig. Which was pretty interesting because right away, we as soon as we see these soldiers, we know that they are from the TVA. We see the sticks from the TVA. All right. Obviously, they're going after Deadpool because he did do a lot of that time jumping in previous movies. He borrowed Cable's little machine and was zipping around town. And I feel bad. I still haven't gotten this guy's name. I always forget his name. This guy's awesome from Succession. We don't see Owen Wilson in here. We don't see Loki in here. Maybe we will see them in the movie. We don't see him in this trailer. The TVA looks like the TVA. And then we see the Hulk. We see Iron Man there. So now that's it. They're merged. They're merged, my friends. They're merged. He says he's Marvel Jesus. He's Marvel's Jesus. What I find interesting about that is, again, it's like He thinks that he understands what Marvel is. That Marvel's a company with heroes and comic books and stuff like that. And he's a part of this world. That he actually understands that. That's kind of interesting. I always like that. He's done that before actually in his own movie, talking about X-Force and referring back to the X-Men. I think he even talked about particular issues as well, which is kind of funny. Let's keep going here. It's almost over already. So he suits up. TVA right there, right? We recognize that from the show. A little more violent, obviously. I thought that was Doctor Doom. Apparently it's not. Pyro. He looks pretty beat up there. I don't think it was Logan that punched him through that wall. Could have been the Hulk. Could have been Juggernaut again. Who knows? Let's go back to that Doctor Doom image. Well, it's not Doctor Doom, I was told, but let's go back to it anyway. Right there. Right here. Ah, missed it. Oh, I missed it. Oh, forget it. Now I just lost it completely. Now I lost it completely. Forget it. Oh, there we go. Anyways, is it Doctor Doom? I don't think so. I think that, see this guy right here in front of Pyro? I think that's the same guy that was in the scene that I thought was Doctor Doom. Anyhow, let's see what you guys are saying here. I saw Patch Wolverine in the trailer. Now I'm hoping to see Joe Fixit with him. That would be absolutely sick. We see a gray Hulk as Joe Fixit. That would be pretty amazing. I like they're incorporating the TVA. I guess they had to incorporate the TVA, didn't they not? I mean, it's kind of where they were going, right? Age of Ultron's Forest. Yeah, I recognize that as well too. Dave, Mike says, who's going to play Wolverine after Hugh Jackman? Who knows? And maybe we're going to find out in this movie. Hulk versus Wolverine. That'd be kind of fun if we got something like that. Astro says there is an Easter egg with a broken 20th Century Fox sign in the background. Yeah, there's a few of those in there. You got to look for those little Easter eggs. Yeah, see, Astro lucky that he thought it was Doom as well. It could be Doom. I doubt they're going to introduce Doom this way, though. It looks like this guy here might be the guy right here. This dude here. Whoops. Right here. This guy right here in the foreground. Maybe this is the guy playing that looks like Doom. He's got the mask on and all that. Maybe that's Doom. Or the guy we think is Doom. Perhaps. 20th Century Fox logo rotting in the desert. That's okay. And Anthony says Fox logo show the Fox universe is dead now. So, okay. What's going to happen? This is what I want to happen. This is what I want to happen in this movie. I got to be careful doing this. I always let myself down when I say stuff like this because it never comes to pass. This has to be a reset. This has to be the bloody reset. Does it not? Every single character that everyone has hated can be killed off now. Like, let's go back and let's kill the Taskmaster. Let's go kill Ghost. Let's go kill all kinds of characters that we absolutely detest from these movies. Go around and get rid of them all. It doesn't have to be blatant, obviously, blowing them away, but get rid of them. Get rid of these people. Even I don't think Disney's going to be brazen enough to do all that, to be honest. I think they're still going to be stubborn and push forth what they've already presented to us. But to me, it'd be a hilarious thing to do to say, okay, yeah, we kind of messed up with this. We're going to get rid of this character, that character. We're going to change this. They could change everything. They could even change characters. They could change actors at this point if they wanted to. They could establish an entirely new Marvel universe when this is over, if they wanted to. Will that happen? I really don't like them using the old X-Men. I hope they get rid of all that, and I hope they start anew. But because let's be honest, Hugh Jackman is too old to continue on with the Wolverine. I think he is. Marco says, I'm surprised they're using Cassandra Nova, kind of a deep cut for non-readers. Yeah, I heard about that as well. Brian, his original X-Men films were by 20th Century Fox, I believe. Yeah, they were. And 20th Century Fox was acquired by Disney about 4 or 5 years ago, and they acquired Disney to kind of beef up their streaming offerings, right? They wanted Disney Plus to have a lot more quality movies. So Disney fought for they fought against Comcast, I think it was. Comcast, I believe, was in the bidding to pick up 20th Century Fox. They originally offered 20th Century Fox $20-something billion. Then Comcast got involved, and it kept going back and forth, and it got, originally, like I said, it was 26 billion or something like that. Ended up selling for something like, I think it was $67 billion, 65 billion, some crazy number that Disney had to put out for the 20th Century Fox catalog. What's hilarious is people are like, oh, they did that for X-Men. No, they didn't do that for X-Men. I mean, that was a bonus. Getting X-Men was a bonus. Getting the Fantastic Four was a bonus. No, they didn't do that for those two franchises. Those two franchises alone are not worth 60-something billion dollars. They wanted all they got Planet of the Apes. They got, I think they got Alien in there too, did they not? Predator, I think's in there. I think there's all tons of franchises, tons of content for Disney Plus. That's why they paid the money. But that was a lot of dough to pay. They paid 4-point-something billion for Star Wars Lucasfilm. They paid 60-something billion dollars for X-Men. Anthony Wheeler, they have to use the original X-Men until 2025. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know, Anthony. They own it. Why would they have to? 2025. I don't understand that. They have to use the original X-Men until 2025 when the Fox contract ends. Is there more to it than I know? But I thought, once they bought 20th Century Fox, don't they own it lock, stock, and barrel? Why would they have to honor any contracts? Contracts with who? Random thought, maybe they'll cast Jonas to battle Dark Phoenix. Who knows? What do you want to see? What do you hope this movie will do? It's one film this year. It's going to be funny. We all know it's going to be funny. It's going to be restricted. I have some faith in Ryan Reynolds fighting for certain things to happen. But I really, when it comes down to brass tacks, I just want the universe to be resettled somehow. I don't want to undo what's been done, like up to Infinity War and Endgame, but I do want them to kind of bring back some of the more prominent franchises, characters, Iron Man, Captain America. We need them back and move forward in an interesting, concrete way with a new adversary. I think Kang is on its way out as well. Someone mentioned they don't want to see Kang anymore. I think that's done, to be honest. I think Kang is gone. I think with the whole lawsuit against what's his face there and Kang, they're just going to let it go. I think. I could be wrong. Hey, MASH would be the next MCU. MASH is on there too. Listen, 20th Century Fox had one hell of a library. That's all I can say. Anthony says, so the contract still exists between Fox and Disney that every X-Men character that was created for the Fox films have to be ones portraying those characters until 2025. Where did you read that, Anthony? I don't know. I've never heard that before. Never, ever heard that before. I hope it's a bit of a reset also. Hope it's back to that edgy and dark humor from previous Deadpool movies. Totally. They were hilarious, and if they shy away from that style of humor, it'll be a tragedy. Totally. Listen, guys, you got to understand what makes a restricted movie. What makes a restricted movie? Blood and boobs. And I guess willies too. If you want to get specific. But nudity, and that's not all. And F-bombs. A certain amount of F-bombs. 1 F-bomb's okay. I think 2 F-bombs might be okay. 3 F-bombs, you're restricted. So, blood's another thing too. If you notice when you watch the MCU films, you don't see a lot of blood. You see lots of battles, but you don't see blood. Even when Quicksilver was shot, or was killed, right? You didn't see tons of blood, right? They don't show the blood because as soon as you start showing blood, they're going to get an R rating. And the one thing Disney does not want to do, or did not want to do with those movies, is to not let kids go to see them. Deadpool is going to be different, obviously. I'm still in shock that they're going to go restricted. How far they're going to go with the humor. It was pretty dark and pretty naughty, the Deadpool humor in many ways. Will Disney allow Reynolds to go that far with it? Or are they going to pull that back a little bit? I have a feeling they're going to pull it back. It's going to be kind of a give and take. I don't think it's going to be as racy as previous Deadpool installments. I think the restricted is going to come more from the violence and the blood, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of the naughty, sexy stuff going on. Like the different, innuendo him and his girlfriend would get themselves into and stuff. I don't think we're going to see a lot of that. I could be wrong. Dave says, trailer Easter egg, Secret Wars comic next to a bottle of Guarano soda that killed Stanley. Okay, there you go. So who knows? Maybe we'll see Edward Norton in this film. It could be an absolute hilarious ride. He could pluck characters out of one place and put them in another. We could end up with a brand new universe with new actors playing. I always love that idea of bringing in new actors to take over. I never thought it was a good idea to kill off Tony Stark. I didn't think it was a good idea to kill off Captain America, or at least to age him to the point where he's aged out. I would have thought that, it's time to move on. Let's bring in some new actors to play. If the actors didn't want to do them anymore, move those actors out, bring new actors in. As hard as it might be to think or to consider someone else playing Tony Stark, I think that would have been a good idea. Same with Chris Evans, who's, all these actors have really, Scarlett Johansson and Chris Hemsworth, they've all kind of really developed. Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans actually, to me, were the two that really developed those characters. Really, they changed from movie to movie, and it took them a while to figure out how to portray these characters. Especially Chris Hemsworth. I don't think he really understood how to deliver Thor until Thor Ragnarok was finally, and then he kind of departed from it again a little bit, but it was fantastic. Pull it back. Yes, Modern Secret Wars 5 book. Yeah, I saw that as well. Just look up Fox X-Men contracts on Google. That's what delaying the X-Men in the MCU. You think so? I find that crazy. Then why not bring those characters back then? You have to have the actors attack. Okay, so you're going to have a Professor X in the movie, then bring Professor X. He's going to be in the movie anyway. Just bring a different Professor X in. Right? I don't think the contracts meant the actors associated with those characters, because that's separate contracts altogether. But if they're going to use like Iceman or Cyclops or Wolverine or Magneto or whoever, use them. Of course, use them. Who's going to want to go see an X-Men movie without who's going to want to see an X-Men movie without those characters? Anyways, so why not just use them? I think it's been delayed because they don't know what the hell to do. That's what I think. They don't know what the hell to do, and that's why you're getting little snippets here and there. You got little, the Beast in the last Marvels movie. They give you little Easter eggs, little taste here and there. Even in the Doctor Strange movie, you got Professor X there with Patrick Stewart. They're just playing. They're not sure what the hell they're doing. Maybe I hope they're sure now. Anyways, guys, I'm not sure. If you haven't had a chance to comment or watch this right now, let me know in the comments below. What do you want this Deadpool 3 movie to do for the MCU at large? Again, many of us here kind of are looking for some kind of a reset, some kind of a restart, kind of maybe getting rid of some characters or storylines we don't really give a rat's behind about, and starting anew a little bit. Why did the Fox contract not apply to Juggernaut? Yeah, see, I don't know. I've not heard that, Anthony. I've not heard that from. I watch a lot of movie-related shows here on YouTube. I've never ever heard that before, but maybe it could be. Maybe you're right. I'm not 100% sure myself. But listen, guys, that's it. I'm tired. I got to go. No one-on-one this week. I was going to do a show on Thursday. I'm just going to chill out this week. It's been a really busy couple of weeks. A lot of work. I got a lot of books to keep pressing here, so I'm going to hold off on doing a one-on-one this week, but there is another unboxing on Tuesday. That's for damn sure. Also, I will be on Moneyball Comics YouTube channel later in the month, so I'll give you more details on that. And again, if you guys are going to be in the Toronto area this Sunday and you want to drop off some books for cleaning and pressing, I will be, again, Toronto Comic Book Show from 10 till 4. Come on by and say, even if you're not dropping off books, come on by and say hi to me, and Napur will be there as well. So until next time, my friends, have a fantastic night. You take care and be safe. Okay, guys, we'll see you very soon right back here on the Comic Doctor YouTube channel. Bye for now.